I don't think it's coming back out anytime soon.
I'm scared that security will come out. I'll fucking run it to the Harry Potter.
I do feel bad sorry for him. We're all trying to bombard.
The result of being around that man, Sean Puffy Combs, I don't sleep to this day. I have a problem sleeping to this day.
Usher and Justin Bieber, long rumored to have been influenced by Diddy, now appear ready to speak out and share their side of the story.
If I get this, I'll be happy. If I do this, I'll be happy.
He's gone through a lot in a very short life.
I decided to stop because I felt like I was dying. My security and stuff were coming into the room at night to check my pulse. Like, people don't know how serious it got. Like, it was legit crazy scary.
What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans, Jodeci, Mary J. Blige. They ain't know nothing about this.
Oh.
I was having a good time.
There have long been whispers that Diddy encouraged Usher to bring Justin Bieber into his circle, and now resurfacing details from Usher's past are fueling that theory. While Usher and Justin Timberlake are often compared, Usher claims he has the edge, and it's all thanks to a bidding war over Justin Bieber. In an interview with People, Usher revealed that in 2008, he met a young Bieber and his manager, Scooter Braun, and instantly knew he wanted to sign him. But there was one complication. Justin Timberlake was also vying to sign Bieber. So what did Usher do? He came in strong with an offer Timberlake couldn't beat.
Was flown out to Atlanta by a manager. His name's Scooter Braun. Flown out to Atlanta just to meet with him and meet different producers and different people. I was actually going to meet Jermaine Dupri at his studio. And who rolls up? Usher in his Range Rover. Rolls up, and I was like, "Is that who I think it is?" And Scooter was like, "Yeah." And so I ran up to him and I was like, Usher, I love your songs. You want me to sing you one? And he was like, let's just go inside, little buddy. It's cold out. So the politest possible way he could say no, he did. And I was like, wow, he just turned me down. And I was a little disappointed. He had to go into a studio session, so I was like, whatever. And a week later, he actually watched my videos with my manager and was like, oh my gosh, why didn't I let him sing? So flew me back to Atlanta where I got to meet him again. And he wanted to sign me. But there was something else.
Justin Timberlake, right?
Yes, Justin Timberlake also wanted to sign me. It was like kind of like what happened was Justin Timberlake and Usher both went into a ring and boxed it out. And the outcome was Usher. I think it was a TKO.
Not only did Usher outbid Timberlake, but he also had a little fun with it. He reportedly told Bieber that if he signed with him, he'd be the only Justin in the spotlight, a statement that now seems a bit manipulative in hindsight. But the story doesn't end there. In a recently resurfaced TikTok, singer Jaguar Wright claimed that Diddy had his sights set on managing Bieber from a young age. According to her, Diddy was struggling to get access to Bieber, until Usher stepped in and handed the young star over to Diddy for a so-called 48-hour trial period.
Diddy had been trying to get to Bieber for a minute, and his management was backing him on. But it wasn't until Usher took over management and had guardianship and gave temporary guardianship to the diddler for 48 hours. Think about that. He had already been to the hospital. That situation that Gene was talking about. And you still took Bieber there. But you got custody of him first. Diddy had already tried. They wouldn't let him. Actually, someone made reference to the fact that Diddy trying to get at Bieber the way he was trying to get at Bieber was looking a little predatory. And then Usher came in and discovered it and managed him and got custody of him and promised to look after him. And then he sent him to the diddler. Does that sound like a good guy?
It's horrible.
Does that sound like a good guy? Now that we know what Diddy's really like. They're not seeing what the intentions was in his heart when he took Justin Bieber there.
Oh.
Let's be honest. He took Justin Bieber there.
What's even more suspicious is that Usher recently wiped all his tweets from X, formerly Twitter, later claiming his account had been hacked. To make matters worse, shocking allegations have surfaced from none other than Jaguar Wright. She claims that Diddy is funding his legal defense by selling tapes of Justin Bieber's alleged freak-offs online, an accusation that, if true, would add a disturbing layer to the ongoing controversy.
Considering that the is selling his own evidence that would put him in jail against him on the dark net to the highest bidder, why would he sell evidence of his debauchery and savagery? Why would he sell on the dark net his tapes of all the just terrible? Wanna know why? Because he doesn't intend to stand trial.
Is he protecting people, or are people protecting him?
Oh no, he's selling it because he needs the cash. The last freak off tape that just got sold on the dark net, which I know because I monitor, went for $500 million.
Naturally, all of this has sparked intense speculation about Justin Bieber's current state, and the signs aren't encouraging. He appears to be deliberately distancing himself from the situation, despite having been heavily linked to it in the past. Some believe he simply doesn't want to revisit that chapter of his life, while others interpret his silence as a quiet acknowledgement that his career may be nearing its end. Allegations that Diddy groomed Bieber and kept incriminating tapes have only fueled this perception.
I want to know what Justin Bieber, I want to know. Justin Bieber, look at his life change. This man that man is terrified of puppy. I seen the video. I'm in the streets, dog. People know fear, dog. You're like, what happened to your number? You like, oh, man, I lost it. Fear, man. You got to think of all the people, the white folks who've been at the parties. They scared. They don't roll in crowds with niggas. When they get slapped in the mouth at a party for being too high, they shut up. You get what I'm saying? You got to think of all these people who've been terrified for years. Everybody. But see, people understand. I can say this because I've been saying it while he was out. I'm one of the few people been calling this out for years. They ain't scared of who.
Freddie P also spoke out, claiming that Diddy appeared to have groomed his own stepson, adding yet another disturbing layer to the growing list of allegations.
Why were you so infatuated with a child that wasn't yours? Were you grooming that little boy? I don't even want to start those conversations because that's not your child. You know what I'm saying? And for you to keep him that close, it's like you kept him that close because he might got your secrets because he's not your child. So if he's not your child and you that type of person with that type of character, you don't mind actually doing it to him when he finally reaches a certain age because he's not yours. And you know in your mind he's not yours. And now you keep him real close to you. You make sure he don't go to his daddy. Why? You make sure he's separated with him and you provide him with everything he wants. Why? You got one of them little Michael Jackson secrets. He got one of them secrets that he can't tell nobody because his legacy, his manhood gonna be, and not only that, his brother no gonna look at him crazy. Only Puffy know, only God and Puffy.
Right?
I don't know. All I'm gonna say is, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll be sure, son.
All I'm gonna say is, who's infatuated with another man's son like that? That seemed like grooming to me.
Justin Bieber is also said to deeply regret ever working with Diddy. Just last year, he reportedly admitted that he would have never agreed to it had he known what was really going on. In a resurfaced video, a 15-year-old Bieber stands beside Diddy, who says he's having 48 hours with Diddy, a statement many now view as deeply unsettling, especially given Bieber's age at the time and the mounting allegations surrounding the music mogul.
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
I'm going crazy.
Crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you wanna do? What you wanna do over the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some girls. Let's go hang with some girls.
A man after my heart. That's what I'm talking about, kid.
In the video, Bieber, wearing a baseball cap and a purple shirt, can be seen smiling and nodding along, occasionally responding with a quiet yeah or full crazy clip, which has been circulating widely on social media, has sparked a wave of concern and criticism. In another resurfaced video, Diddy is seen pressing a then 16-year-old Bieber about why he hadn't been staying in touch, while Bieber appears visibly uncomfortable throughout the exchange.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything?
Yeah.
Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you tried to get in contact with me, you know, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
Many have speculated that Diddy may have also handpicked Justin Bieber to be involved with other celebrities in Hollywood. When you consider the way Bieber, still a teenager at the time, was harassed and assaulted by adults in the industry, this theory seems to gain even more weight.
Wow! I feel violated right now. Wow.
Lean into me again. You smell amazing. How old are you?
Thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 16. I'll be 17 in like 2 weeks.
I don't ever remember smelling that good at 16. Like that was fine.
Yeah.
Wow, look at your eyes. What music you listen to?
Would you rather have to be naked on stage during one full song, or drink a cup of blended worms? Answer Justin Bieber.
I have like little girl fans. I can't go.
My parents never gave me this stuff. Okay. So why don't you give me this stuff?
I feel uncomfortable right now.
Oh.
Why do you want to know this stuff from a 15-year-old boy? That's pretty weird.
But it's not just Justin Bieber who seems to have been a victim of Diddy. It has since come to light that before Usher became a star under Diddy's mentorship, Gene Deal revealed that he too was groomed by the rap mogul.
Looking at this lawsuit, right, Lil Ron, he alleges that, Diddy told him personally that he has with Usher. And when you look at the lawsuit, even though they got Usher name redacted, you could tell who it is because they describe him as the guy that performed at the Super Bowl.
Right.
So, I mean, we all know who that is, but how you feel about that, man?
Well, I mentioned that earlier, that he said about Stevie J. The Usher part, that's a touchy situation, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a certain feeling, and I felt a certain way when Usher got on Shay Shay, and I don't mean to mention other people's platforms, but he got on Shay Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him and everything. You know what I'm saying? About the business, right? I know, and people know, that was around in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now I let Usher explain that to y'all. I let Usher tell that story. But how dare you say a man that groomed you, you gonna give him a pass? Bro, you know I know.
We're all familiar with Diddy's flavor camp and how Usher was an unwilling participant in it, but what if I told you that Diddy once publicly admitted to sleeping with Usher? Don't believe me? See for yourself.
We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No, I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not giving the bed. Shouts out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even, I don't want it to come close to the bed at all. Usher look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. Usher.
Fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like, check this out. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early than me. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And I'm
What the f did Puff just say? Nobody's going to acknowledge this but me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was stupid. Listen.
We having a good time, yo. Usher made it in the... Hey, yo.
According to the Daily Mail, an old clip from a 2014 episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians has resurfaced, hinting that Justin Bieber wasn't a stranger to Diddy's legendary parties. In the scene, Khloe Kardashian is having an animated conversation with her sister Kourtney, reminiscing about a wild night at one of these infamous gatherings, where apparently many of the guests, let's just say, weren't exactly fond of wearing clothes.
So who was with you this weekend? A bunch of my friends. Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber. So far, so good. French Montana. Do you even know half the people you're naming? No. She didn't go to bed. I haven't been to bed yet. You haven't? I want to be Clay when I grow up, Court. I got on a plane at 5:30 a.m. Go to this party. I think half the people there were naked.
At one point, Kourtney, clearly curious, pressed Khloe to spill the tea on who else was at the party. While Khloe didn't drop any Bieber-related bombs in that scene, it's no secret that Diddy's Hamptons mansion was the place to be for stars long before the feds began investigating his infamous freak-off parties. One particularly memorable photo from July 2000 shows Diddy and his then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez lounging on a giant white bed covered in pillows. Diddy and J-Lo were together from 1999 to 2001, and their relationship ended in a highly publicized and explosive way.
She was crying a lot. She was a mess. Probably what was going through her mind is her career flashing before her eyes.
And later, enough's enough.
I just kind of hit the wall and was just like, I can't do this anymore.
On December 27, 1999, Jennifer Lopez, Sean Puffy Combs, and Puffy's 19-year-old rap protege, Jamal Shine Barrow, walked into Club New York, a Manhattan night spot near Times Square.
It was not a private event. Jennifer Lopez was here, Puffy Combs was here, there were a lot of professional athletes here. It was a great party.
It was weird that Puff and Jennifer were at that club because that was kind of like a very regular hip-hop club. No A-list celebrities go down.
We had a bunch of ballers in there and a couple of them that were just being extremely antagonistic towards Puffy and his group of friends. From that point forward, alcohol kept flowing and tension kept building.
Puffy and Shine allegedly got into an argument with another partier shortly before 3 a.m. Someone tossed a wad of cash at Combs as a sign of disrespect. Suddenly, all hell broke loose.
And at some point, one of those people in that group fired off, another fire was had.
Shine was among the shooters.
It was a scary thing to have happen to you, to be standing somewhere where bullets go past your head.
Panic spread throughout the club. Jennifer got lost in the chaos.
Everybody scattered so fast, she realized that Puffy, the bodyguards, everybody's like, she's there by herself.
At that same party, Diddy and Jennifer Lopez were spotted hanging out with a who's who of celebrities, including Kimora Lee Simmons, her then-husband Russell Simmons, Matthew Broderick, Sarah Jessica Parker, Aaliyah, Leonardo DiCaprio, and more. Many of these individuals, particularly Kimora Lee, now place blame on Diddy, accusing him of being involved in the deaths of both Kim Porter and Aaliyah. Kim Porter's case in particular is especially heartbreaking.
Well, personally?
Yeah.
I just can't believe that somebody that had the normal flu, that had doctors on speed dial, that they had enough money that they could get the half of the hospital to come to the house and take care of her, that she died of just pneumonia like that. And if you get that point where you can't breathe, and if you know you ever had a cold so bad, I had COVID and I couldn't breathe, but I still made it to the hospital on my own. I can't believe that she stayed in that house, laid in that house, and died like they said she died. So my personal opinion is that somebody needs to reopen that case, and there needs to be a person that can do an independent autopsy to tell us the truth about what really happened to Kim Porter.